So game day, how excited are you?
Yeah, it's always exciting. First game of the year, whether it's a rookie tournament or a preseason game, it's exciting to get on the ice and see what we got. And the kids are energized, which is really fun. So everyone's excited. It'll be a little chaotic and hectic, I'm sure, early on. But no, it's fun to be on the ice again, working with the guys.
A couple of practices here, obviously development camp in the summer. What do you think you have in this group?
Well, it's a good group. I mean, I think there's some speed out there. There's obviously some skill with some of those players. I think, it's a wait and see type of thing. Like, I think everybody's happy with what they have when they come here, and then you get playing another team and you get a better evaluation. So I think it's good for the kids. They see what they're matched up against. It's great for the organizations to come in and evaluate and see players from different teams. There's lots of invites here as well, not just draft picks, so they get a chance to prove themselves.
For you guys in Abbotsford, how valuable is this weekend in terms of assessing some of the guys that you may have there for the year?
Well, it's just good to get to know them. It's tough. Those first games, as I say, are a little chaotic, and they're good, but it's not really overly structured, which is fine. But it's just good to get to know them off the ice and know their tendencies and just kind of put a name to a face and get familiar with them, I guess.
What is the goaltending plan? Does Seelovs go the distance tonight, or?
As far as I know, we've got the new goalie coach here, Marco. So I think he's talking to Jeremy right now. But I think that was the plan last I heard.
After having Archer Seelovs last year in Abbotsford, what has it kind of been like to have a full offseason of work with him, development camp? What are the expectations for a young guy next year in Abbotsford?
Well, you know what? He was in a tough rotation last year, obviously, and then went down to the coast and played in Three Rivers and did a really good job. And I think he's got a lot of talent. He's athletic. He's big. Some of the games he played for us in Abbotsford last year, the game in Ontario comes to mind for me. It was really good. So, he's the guy that's going to have to step up and take the bull by the horn, and so to speak, and get the job done.
When you look at these young players, you've had development camp, they're hitting guys in blue and green, now they get to hit some other jerseys. What's the excitement level from the players just to be able to go full board now against another team?
Yeah, I think it's you're going all summer and you're playing in these games, and all of a sudden the thing gets ramped up 100 miles an hour. So as I said, I think it's going to get chaotic. There's going to be some mistakes, obviously, until they get sort of acclimatized to playing the old 5-on-5, grinding it out type of game. So. It's not summer hockey anymore. So, and everyone's trying to prove themselves. So it's a good time.
When it comes to not having so much, I guess maybe structure in certain games, you guys can kind of see the players more just showcase their talents. Is that what you're really looking for from these guys?
Yeah, I think it's sort of a two-pronged thing. You want to see what they can do, but you also want to see what they do after you give them some advice. So you give them a little coaching, and can they take it and go out there and then implement it. So, but yeah, the idea is for them to go out there and play their game. Whatever got them to this point is to continue to do that and not hesitate. Don't start thinking about F1 and F2 and the X's and O's. You got to be aware of structure, but go play. Yeah.
We like to make a lot of the line combinations as soon as we see them. Waters had a very responsible year in Abbotsford last year. And when he's on a line with Carlson and Burns, is part of that to the fact that he's been there, understands maybe the team a little bit better than some of these guys? Is that by design, having him in the middle?
Yeah, I think when you're talking about Watts, he can play with anybody. He's such a good, solid two-way guy. He's got a great conscience. His hockey mentality is good. He can make plays. He can play the offense. So I think he can go up and down the lineup. Whether you got him on a fourth line role like we did last year, a little bit in a PK, or whether you can bump him up and win faceoffs for the power play. So he's just a good utility guy that can play all those sort of positions.
When it comes to Waters, he's kind of been a natural leader. I'm curious, are you guys going to have a leadership group for this tonight? Any A's and C's on jerseys?
Yeah, if I knew them better, I could help you, but I don't. So yeah, there'll be C's and A's, of course, but there's no six-man leadership group telling us what time they want the bus to leave, for sure.
Out of the players that you had in Abbotsford last year, is there anybody who's come into this camp that has surprised you, or you've seen something new from that you didn't see last year?
Not really. For me, the dedication was really good. If you look at Watts or Nielsen or Seelovs or most of those guys, Leaps, they all look a little leaner. They all look a little quicker, which happens, right? They're maturing as men, and they took advantage of the offseason. It looks to me like anyway, they took advantage of the offseason, and they all look like they're ready to go. So it's good. There's no one that you're going, oh boy, he he didn't do much this summer. I think they all did. Looks like they're all ready to go. So we'll see tonight, I guess. Yeah.
Another example of that would be Klimovich, who stayed here in Vancouver the whole time. What do you think the summer was like for him, just being able to be around, the organization, whoever he needed to talk to throughout the summer?
Well, I think it's critical. It's a bit of a culture shock, obviously, for him coming in last year and parachuting in and not knowing the language, and then trying to figure out how to play pro hockey. And it's a growing experience, and he's incrementally getting better. So that's what has to happen. So. But he looks good out here. I mean, he's, again, you got to be able to play in the 5-on-5 game, and so, which he is fully capable of. So it'll be fun to watch him because, again, probably one of the youngest players in the American League last year, and with the culture shock and everything that he had to go through, I think it was a great learning experience for him. But I'm sure he was frustrated at times too with trying to figure everything out.
Thank you.